Baba Booey. What up, my blazing boomerangs? It's your boy, Zeonic Blader, and we are at, finally, the last unboxing for a while for Bakugan. I know you guys have been enjoying it, but man, these multi-packs have been taking a long time to do. So I'm finally free with this final one. I could finally call it a day or a week or a month. I don't know, but I can finally do different videos as well. So that's a good thing. I don't have to worry about that. Well, I guess there's also something I have to worry about too, but I can worry about those in the future. I don't have to worry about those right now. But we have the elusive Darkus Ramparian Ultra, and I guess also Aquos Batrix Ultra. It's Baku-Gear pack. Darkus Ramparian Ultra is currently the best Darkus Bakugan, arguably, in the game right now. So it's really cool. But we're also going to be getting a Aquos Batrix Ultra, which is a translucent, which will also be my first translucent Bakugan, a Pyrus Hydorous core, and a Ventus Cycloid. So without further ado, oh yeah, at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be releasing a competitive review of this set. So if you're interested in that, finding out how good these Bakugan are competitively, then stay tuned for that. And at the end of the video, we will be opening a Battle Brawlers booster pack. So make sure you stay tuned for the end of the video so you can see what we pull. Hopefully it'll be something good. But without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. Alright, here we go, and we have this taped in, a calling card, or a customer service card for UK, Ireland, France, Australia, Mexico, and North America. But isn't North America also part of, isn't Mexico also part of North America? Huh, okay. I guess they're only counting Canada and the US. Silly. Anyways, let's take a look at the cards and cores that we get from this set. Now, I'm pretty excited because we know Darkus Ramparian Ultra is like the best one. And I waited a very long time to get this set because it's like $40 because it's a multi-pack, right? And I just wanted the Darkus Ramparian Ultra, so spending $40 for one Bakugan, oof, it is a tough pill to swallow. But I did get this on sale, and for like $35, so it wasn't really that much of a sale, but still less than 40. But first off, Ventus Cycloid. It's a it's a Shield and Fire Fist, which is a good core lineup. However, it has a stat line of 602. So pretty much it's not going to be hitting any good numbers no matter what core you use for it. And then we have Pyrus Hydorous with the Greed Fist core lineup, which is really, really bad. It does have a stat line of 504, so if you, for some reason, really wanted to use this Bakugan, if you're able to somehow get a Fire Fist from another Bakugan, you can reach 10 damage, which is pretty solid. You know, that's the minimum you want for a highest damage once play. And then we have Aquos Batrix Ultra. This is the translucent Bakugan of the set. It's a Green Fist and Shield, which isn't good, but it has a stat line of 504 and the effect of gaining 4 damage when on a shield. So this could have been pretty good. Unfortunately, the most you get from shields is 1 damage, so you're going to be hitting for 9. So that isn't good at all. Then we have a Darkus Ramparian Ultra. It has a shield and magic shield, 802 stat line. So this guy is going to be hitting 1450 B power when on the plus 650 magic shield. This is why this is the best Darkus Bakugan, at least for B power. I know Darkus Falcon Ultra is a Bakugan that exists. However, it does not have a magic shield. So it's one of those Bakugan where you're going to need to share a core to get it good. And if you're going to do that, you might want to just do that for the Dragonoid, because Dragonoid is like 1000 B power. But hey, it's your team. You get to do what you want. Now we have the gear cards. Got the 6-cost Pyru Hammer with that gives you 100 B power and 12 damage. I mean, it's expensive, it does give you 12 damage. However, at that point, with it costing 6, you might as well just use Darkfire Defense. Darkfire Defense, I believe, is a 7 cost, and it gives you 99 damage, so no reason for that. And then we have Ventus Channeler, a 10 cost, 1000 B power, and 10 damage. This is the highest boost for Ventus gear cards, so maybe in a mono Ventus deck, you could get away with using this, but otherwise, there are other better, cheaper alternatives available. And then you have Dark Helm again. We keep getting this card, Dark Helm. I think I probably have a playset just from these Baku-Gear openings. But yeah, it's a 202. With it costing 3, it's not really the most ideal. You want to aim for those 2-cost gear cards like Scorching Swords, which you can play for free. And then we have Baku Thrusters, a 4-cost, 300 B power, and 3 damage. Not horrible, but I mean, it is a 4-cost, sorry. And if it costs more than 2, then it can't be played for free. So that's my rule of thumb. If it costs 2, then it's worth using. Or if it just gives you an insane amount of stats, then it's probably worth using. But otherwise, it's something you want to maybe hold off on. And now onto the cores that we get. We have a Aquos Darkus Shield core, which is always great to have. A +5 damage Fire Fist, which isn't good. And is pretty sad because the best one is +6, so it's kind of like a prank or something. Then we have the Green Fist, which is 100 B power and gives you 3 damage if you're Pyrus or Darkus, which is pretty good. Then the +300 B power -1 gear core. It's not, I wouldn't use it because I want to aim for the -2 gear cores. However, actually, this is the highest amount of B power you can use for any Bakugan. Like, you know how the best ones are 400 but it's faction specific? This is 300 and it's not faction specific. So this kind of outclasses the old one that we had. And then we have the +200 B power -2 gear core, which is great because it is a -2 gear reduction. Then a +2 damage, -2 gear reduction Green Fist, which is great. And the +500 -1 Magic Shield. I know some people were using this, or it was the 400 one early on, but honestly, just go for the 650. The Magic Shield is what you want to be giving you most of your stats, not the gear reduction. Gear reduction you can use for the Green Fist or the Shield, not for a Magic Shield, because Magic Shield is just so much powerful. But anyways, let's take a look at the Bakugan itself. Alright, we have everything out of the box, and let's first take a look at the core Bakugan. We have Ventus Cycloid in its ball form. Now, I also have Cycloid in both Diamond Pyrus and Pyrus. So it's nothing special, the ball form. It is a core Bakugan, so you're not really going to expect anything too fancy. But let's see it open. Yeah, there is Cycloid in green. Oh shoot, this is Shrek. Well, actually, technically, this is not an ogre. It's more like a Cyclops. But I had to make that joke at least once. Well, maybe I get to do it twice once I get that. If I ever get that actual ogre Bakugan. But it doesn't seem likely that I'll get it because it's not really good. But anyways, I need to speak about Cycloid. But yeah, it's Cycloid in Ventus. What more do you want? It's pretty easy to close because it is a core Bakugan. Bada bing. And now, let's take a look at Hydorous. Now, Hydorous is always a nice Bakugan. Or maybe the fact that its Aquos one is like the best Bakugan in year 2 is warping my thought process of it. But yeah, the nice green accents are always cool for Pyrus. Hopefully it doesn't have green teeth syndrome. So let's see it open. Here we go. And yep, it does have green teeth syndrome, which is not good at all. Yeah, brush your teeth, my pal. It has green claws, green parts on the tail. Let's see. It should be easy to close. There we go. Close it. Pretty okay. A bit trickier for a core Bakugan, mainly because of how like you have to kind of fold the stuff. Well, I mean, there's all folding stuff, but kind of how you have to like hold it while you close it. Bit tricky. But anyways, let's take a look at the Bakugan that we got this set for. Oh yeah, Darkus Ramparian Ultra, 800 B power. I don't even know what kind of creature is this. Is this a dinosaur or something? Not sure. But anyways, let's see how it closes. It looks like it would be pretty simple. Okay, there we go. It was a bit trickier than I thought it would be. But apparently this guy can double core. We'll see that when we actually do the roll testing. But yeah, it has a few bumps. Yeah, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bumps. So quite a bit more than usual we've seen for Armored Alliance. So we'll see how that affects its rolling. But yeah, ball form, nothing too fancy. It's Darkus, no shiny colors like with Feral. But now let's get on to the translucent Bakugan. It's very nice to finally see translucent Bakugan making a return. I know I'm very late, but honestly, the distribution is really bad in Canada, so I can't really help it. But wow. It's very, very nice. Very nice. But let's see how we put on the actual gears. Yeah, they're boosters. Cause I don't really like this. It seems a bit too overwhelming. Yeah, I don't really like it. Maybe on a different Bakugan it'll be better. Maybe like on a Dragonoid or something. But as for Batrix, I don't really dig it. But yeah, honestly, I would rather get the Ventus or the Pyrus one. The Aquos translucent Bakugan don't really look too translucently. Maybe because it's too dark. Yeah, especially on camera, it doesn't look that translucent. Maybe a little bit. But mainly the head looks more translucent than the rest of the body. But that could be because translucent plastic tends to be a bit more brittle. We've seen that with the Diamond Bakugan where they break, so maybe they try to fix that. But anyways, let's see how this Bakugan closes. So it might actually... This one looks pretty difficult, not gonna lie. Looks like a lot of stuff is going on over here. Okay, that was actually not bad. It was actually a lot easier compared to Ramparian, which is weird. But yeah, we can see the... It's a lot... I think the translucent works better in its ball form. You know, even though it's more like dark colored, I think it really fits well with the teal. I could go without the orange though. I feel like the orange kind of messes with it. Not sure why. But yeah, it's pretty good. But without further ado, let's go see how these Bakugan roll. Alright, and now on to the roll testing. First up, we'll go with the core Bakugan. They shouldn't be anything too difficult. We'll just roll them a couple times, just to show you, in case you don't know how they are. There we go. Pretty simple roll here for the Hydorous. We've rolled this Bakugan many times. There we go. Yeah, pretty easy. Always easy to roll core Bakugan. I prefer rolling core Bakugan. They're very light, and I think that makes the pivot roll a lot more easier. The Ultra Bakugan are more heavier because they have a lot more stuff going on with them. And because of that, you have to, you know, put a bit more force into your rolls. And when you put a bit more force into your rolls, you have less control over them. Here we go. Now this is the Cycloid. We'll roll this a couple times. Ooh. Pretty nice for Cycloid. Right over there. It kind of leapt forward a bit. So maybe it could be good for blocking. I think I said this before in my Pyrus one. But it did leap forward a bit. So maybe it could be good for blocking. At least if you guys are rolling head on. Usually you see the kind of thing go sideways. Like the Hive Matrix goes sideways. Like over here will be me. And then over there will be my opponent. So you don't mess with each other's rolling. But hey, I guess it depends on who you're facing, right? Some people like to be a bit more aggressive. Though it's kind of it's shunned upon to do like really heavy rolling against your opponent because it could mess with their Bakugan. Oh, let's see what we got here. I thought we got a double core, but hey, maybe it could double core potentially. The magnet's probably just not strong enough because it is a core Bakugan, but I guess if you're very lucky, you might be able to get a double core with it. But now, let's take a look at Aquos Batrix. I want to save the Darkus Ramparian Ultra for last because that guy apparently can double core pretty frequently as well. So we'll be the judge of that. But first of all, we're going to roll a few times forward with Aquos Batrix. Okay, so we might not be able to double core with this guy because he does a flip. Bakugan that flip onto their feet, very rarely they're going to do any double coring. There we go. And let's do one more forward roll, then we'll try a couple times backwards and see if that does anything. But with the way it flips standing up, I'm guessing a backwards roll will cause it to throw a core. It feels a bit, this Bakugan actually feels really loose in ball form. I'm not sure if it's the way I'm folding it, but I'm worried for the future of this Bakugan, like how it's going to be like in a few years from now, if it's going to just keep on popping open whenever I do anything with it. Alright, that was the last forward roll for today. Now we're going to try out rolling it backwards. My guess is that it's going to throw cores because it has to flip over like that to stand. But we'll see. Alright, and now for our first backwards roll. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's try one more time. My main guess is that it's just going to keep on, you know, opening without picking up the core or throwing the core if it even does pick it up. Double checked. Yeah, this is backwards. Alright, so my guess is it's either gonna not pick it up or throw it. Okay, I was proven wrong. Alright, we'll try one more and we'll see if it picks it up or throws it. Okay, there we go. So maybe it was just a fluke. But yeah, we did have that one core flow. So I mean, if you're using Batrix, it's probably just best just you go forward roll anyways. But yeah, now let's get on to the main attraction, Darkus Ramparian Ultra. Alright, so first off, we're going to try rolling it a few times forward, see if it picks up any cores. Well, I mean, see if it picks up 2 cores. Alright, so that was forward. Seems like it's another flippy guy. Alright, let's try it again. Oh. Hey, there we go. Got a double core. Alright. Now let's see if we can do that again. Oh, almost got it. It's got to be a bit more slower. Oh. Nope. Alright, so not sure why people were saying that this thing can double core super frequently. Maybe it's because I'm rolling front. Let's do one more front roll, and then we'll do backward roll, and maybe that is what makes the difference. Alright, so let's do backwards roll now, because front rolls are just giving me one back to core. Alright, it's the first backwards roll. Let's see, maybe it'll make a difference. Okay, that was worse than I thought, actually. Alright, let's see how this one did. Oh. So maybe it could happen. Not sure what the what it has to be. Maybe it's just that this is brand new, so the springs are still in good condition. Maybe they have to wear down a bit. And you can do that by keeping it in ball form. Maybe? Hey, oh no. Yeah, I can see how people are able to get double cores, but for some reason it's just not working for me. I mean, remember when we looked at the Nilius Ultra one, it was super easy. Like, I didn't have to do anything fancy for it to double core. But with the Ramparian, I don't know, it's not working for me. Alright, we'll do it one more time, and if it does a double core, then we'll just call it. And yeah, it didn't double core. So we just did some tests, and I was told that Darkus Ramparian Ultra would be a Bakugan that could double roll. Now I can see why it would be able to double roll, because of its tail. It's able to, I think, yeah, it's able to pick up cores in the front and back of its tail. However, with our testing, we saw that it did pick up a double core, like maybe once or twice, but it wasn't in any more than other, you know, gear Ultra Bakugan, like the Gilatar Ultra double cored more frequently. And I mean, maybe it's the way I was rolling, but you know, when I was rolling the Nilius Ultra thing, I had no issues at all. You know, it was like double coring 7 times in a row, and I didn't have to do anything fancy. It was just front roll or back roll. It worked either way. But with Ramparian Ultra, I mean, it wasn't doing anything. Maybe it was the way I was rolling. Maybe it's because it's brand new. Maybe because this is a Bakugan that can flip onto its feet. I didn't expect that. So maybe that was the issue. Maybe it needs to be, the springs need to be a bit weaker, because I didn't hear about Ramparian double coring until very recently. Like, I've been hearing about Nilius Ultra for a long time, but Ramparian Ultra, it was very recently. So maybe people who had Ramparian Ultra like 6 months ago, the springs were weakened to a state where it's able to double core like that. But as for me, who just opened it right out of the box, I wasn't able to get it to double core. That being said, I was able to get I had no issues with core flinging or anything like that. And so it still stands that this is like the best Darkus Bakugan available. Darkus Nilius Ultra is pretty solid, but Darkus Nilius Ultra is just a bit too weak. You know, like its base stats are a bit too weak. I just go for Darkus Ramparian Ultra. You know, highest base stats in the game, and on paper, it's the best. Well, there is Darkus Falcon Ultra, but that Bakugan needs other cores to be good. And so that might not sit well with people. So that kind of keeps it from taking the top spot. There's also a lot of Darkus Bakugan that are great for damage. So now that Pyrus is starting to actually get good B power numbers in year 3, we might see Ramparian Ultra maybe Ramparian Ultra will be used less for Bakugan like Darkus or Razu that can hit like, what, 15 damage in turn 1 or in turn 2 in base form. So that we might see a shift in there, but who knows, right? Things are always changing in the game, so you never know what's going to happen. But as for Darkus, for Aquos, like all the other Bakugan, they're pretty fine. Nothing too fancy, nothing worth noting. But yeah, before we end it today, I need to remind you that at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a competitive review of all these Bakugan. Whoops. So be sure you stay tuned for that. And before we end this video, let's open get out of here, a booster pack, the last one for a while, because after this there's not going to be any more unboxings. This is the last one. I do have a couple Baku clips, but other than that, that's it. So let's open this last pack for a while. You got the Block Outsiders, Cycling Madness, Dark Boost, Darkus Strike, a lot of Pyrus and Darkus cards. Shade Blade, nice. Yeah, it's only been Darkus and Pyrus cards. Okay, we got an Aquos card. Then we have Durandane, and we have Hyper, Hydorous, Ultra. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I remember I used this, but back then, pretty much, it was just better to use the base form. But still, having it in holographic is really nice. And honestly, this pack, I don't know how they, like, except for this card, everything was Darkus and Pyrus. So that was weird. But yeah, having the awesome rare in a holographic is always nice, especially when it's something that you really like. But anyways, this has been Zyonic Blader. If you liked the video, hit the like button, or don't. I'm not the boss of you. But be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updated whenever I upload. Until next time, see ya.